Hey everyone, Dr. Frunke here, and welcome back to the Knife OR. Today we're going to be doing a little surgery on the Spyderco Shaman. This just came in and I did the unboxing video. I had already disassembled the knife before that video and I've done a little bit more practice with it since then, and so I wanted to go ahead and do that for you on camera so you see what's going on. Nick Shabazz has already done a bit of a takedown in his live unboxing. It's a fairly simple knife, so what you're going to need are all your tools. You're going to need a T10, a T8, and a T6 if you really want to take it apart, and I really recommend having one of these guys around. This is the Boker Weha Toolkit Torx. That's a thing. I've got a video on that. It gets a good amount of torque for the thread locker that's going on here. So let's just get right down into it. I'm going to go ahead and start taking it apart. The pivot screws both need T10, so you can go ahead and take that out. It's T8 on the body screws and it's T6s on the clip screws. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off all the screws on the presentation side here. And this, if I disengage the lock, should just pop right off, which it does. And then this as well just pops right off. Disengage the lock a couple of times. Conveniently, it grabs the stop pin with the frame. It holds it there for you. That's a really nice convenience right there. Now, I've taken the knife apart already, and so there's already some lube on there, some 10-weight nano oil, which I have up here. Something I wanted to point out here, which I thought was really awesome, the detent ball track on the blade is actually polished. It's like differentially polished as compared to the rest of the blade, and I think that that is just a beautiful thing that Sal has designed into this knife so that it will just become unbelievably smooth as it continues to break in, and that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. I'm just going to go ahead and give that a little wipe down so I know that it's clean. There's a little bit of oil already on there. So fairly simple construction. You can see on the inside here skeletonized liners. Inside of a G10 scale, there's a steel backspacer, extensive milling going on there. So there's a, if I get the blade off here, the other side of the pivot, I had to use the toolkit Torx to get this off initially. This one was heavily stuck with a lot of blue Loctite. There was no red Loctite. Now, interestingly, on this side of the pivot, this is D'd. Oh, I'm not in the camera right there. Here we go. This side is in the shape of a D, and it locks it into place. I can move this washer and show you what I'm talking about. There's a slight, see that? There's a one edge that's flattened, and it locks it into place, and so it keeps it nice and smooth while you use it, and I like that a lot. Now, when you put it back together, you just have to be aware that one of these sides is D'd. So you're going to want to put it into the right side. There it goes. There, sits right in there. I'll go ahead and put this screw back in to hold it in place. This is always a little bit nerve-wracking. I always feel people are judging me, my skills. I really don't want to cross-thread this at all. There's a lot of Loctite in there. Okay, it's in place. That's fine. Oh, what am I doing? So I've already applied a little bit of lube to the surface of the washers. I can just go ahead and do a little bit more there. It's never enough lube as far as I'm concerned. Put that back together there. And then our other side that already has the washer on it. Maybe we'll just do this like this. Drop the washer on first. Stop pin is your localizing device. Unlock the lock. There it goes. Everything snaps into place nicely. Bring this back together. Put your screw back in there. Start with the pivot. Loosely put it back together. Back here. Loosely. Spin it backwards a couple of times so that it finds its true path. There you go. You can feel it pulling the G10 scale snugly down onto the steel liner. So that side is tightened down. Let's make sure this one is threaded properly. There it goes. Yep. Okay. And that does it. Let's look at that. Perfectly centered. Really smooth. Look at this. Just falls shut now. That's really, really nice. So very simple construction. I do like that a lot. You saw how milled out it was on the inside. This is a knife that is very approachable. It's very maintainable. I do enjoy that a whole lot. This is going to take some tweaking. The centering is just a little bit off, I think. One side maybe isn't tightened down all the way. This side probably. There it is. Yep. A little bit tighter, but it'll smooth out again. So, yep, this knife is pretty easy to disassemble. Don't be afraid to take some pretty heavy torque to the screws if you need to unlock it. Again, I recommend having one of these. You get a lot of good rotational force for breaking it free. You can always heat it up if you have a hairdryer handy. I didn't happen to have one, but these screws are pretty solid. They will work. Just be careful with that. I don't need to take the clip off. It's pretty much the same thing. You guys know how that goes. But very easy to disassemble, clean, maintain, oil, and do what you need to do. So thanks for watching, guys. Click like and subscribe to my channel. Go follow me on Instagram at Dr. Frunky. And as always, guys, this is Dr. Frunky saying, take care.